Hello, welcome back to sportsbookreview.com and morning all. This is a nice, bright and early film here. Makes a change and a good relief for Alex, who often is waiting up until 12 o'clock at night to film. But we're previewing men's semi-finals. We previewed the first one yesterday, so we're now looking at Kei Nishikori versus Novak Djokovic, and it's very interesting because the odds it's sort of very similar to what we're going to expect with the women's. We've got sort of one close drawn out match and then another one where we have a huge favourite, obviously Serena Williams being the favourite in her respective match. Novak Djokovic, I think you can get for like 1.3 or something like that. It's very low indeed. Do you think that those odds are correct? Is it a sort of like Novak Djokovic is really to lose, Alex?
Yeah, I think that is a Novak Djokovic straight set win here because he's a great tennis player and found his amazing shape after missing 5 months with the surgery. He declared that he's also amazed that he can fight at this level and play at this level. He's the best receiver on the tour. Nishikori has huge problems, struggling with his serve right now. Also, in the last match with Cilic, yes, he won in a 5-set thriller, but he made he had major problems when serving. Djokovic is a plus for him is that they will play on the night session. The temperatures are dropping. He will not have the extreme heat because in the first 2 rounds of the tournament he played in extreme heat and he was struggling, losing 2 sets in both matches. But after that, rolling till the semifinals with superb victories against Gasquet, Souza, and Millman. Millman won against Federer, and everybody made him a hero. Djokovic destroyed him in 3 sets, covering minus 6.5 games on the Asian handicap line. There, Nishikori, after a 5-setter win against Cilic, I don't know if you will have time. Here is the little cat. We were talking about her. I don't know if you will have time
She's a
to be,
star.
yeah, to be 100% fit for this match. But I think that Djokovic at 3-0 straight sets at 2.2, I think that this is the best approach, at
Yeah.
least from my point of view. I'm sure that the World Capper doesn't agree with me.
Well, you agree on some things, and I'm agreeing with you, I have to say, on this one. You think it's going to be a little bit closer than the odds suggest? Do you think Nishikori can get a set here?
Well, I do. My favorite bet on the match is over 3.5 sets. I think I see the angle for backing Djokovic here in straight sets. But this is a huge step up in level of competition for him. Nishikori is not a pushover. He's playing inspired tennis here this fortnight. I can't really recall, seeing him create shots and find the angles that he's found in the last couple matches in this, in a long time. And I think that we've seen these fellows now play 3 times this year. All 3 times they've been very competitive matches. Nishikori took a set from Djokovic at Wimbledon. And I thought Djokovic's level at Wimbledon was higher, to be honest, than what I've seen from him here in the U.S. Open. That doesn't mean much. I mean, he's kind of, he's potentially been keeping it all bottled up and saving it for this, most important time to just, unleash hell. But at the same time, if this was a day match instead of the night session, I'd probably be trying to get some Nishikori upset money on the table as well. But being that it's being played in the night session, Djokovic is more comfortable in that condition. He's probably going to he'll probably, I'm guessing he's going to win over the crowd. It's tough to say. Nishikori is so lovable. The New York crowd might get behind him, and I'll be watching closely for how each guy's body language is. I just want to mention the It's crazy. Cilic and Nishikori played a 5-setter yesterday, and it was on the back of the 5-setter we saw between Thiem and Nadal. And boy, are not all 5-setters are created equal. That Thiem Nadal match was such high quality. It was so great to watch. It was so fun. That Cilic Nishikori 5-setter was torture.
It was very, very boring. Boring match with full of errors. This is what I wanted. I wanted to arrive at this because thank God that you mentioned it. I think that Cilic played really bad, and he lost. He lost the match. Not Nishikori won the match. Cilic lost the match.
Well, I thought. Wait, let me back up though. So that third set tiebreak though, Nishikori, I guess Cilic double faulted his way out of that tiebreak, but there were a couple of points in there where Nishikori could have bottled it, saved it up, tried to come back in the fourth set, but. What an ugly match! And
absolutely ugly.
all that said, Nishikori he gets revenge for his final loss to Cilic in 2014, I think.
Yeah.
I went back to look a little bit about Nishikori's run in 2014. He beat Djokovic that year. That was when Djokovic was in top form as well. Nishikori he eliminated him on his way to that final run. So I see enough crumbs to intrigue me here on the underdog. It's just like Alex was mentioning, at the end of the day, Nishikori's service is not strong enough to fend off what is just an world-class return game from Djokovic, and I think that'll probably be the deciding factor here in a Djokovic 3-1 type of win. But
let's not forget that Djokovic won their last 12 head-to-heads. And 14 and 16.
All three of them this year were extremely competitive. A bounce here or there. Two of them were on clay. We had Madrid they played, Rome they played, and then Wimbledon. So this is their first head-to-head on hard court this year.
Nishikori is still not 100% fit coming from that injury on his elbow, I believe. I don't know.
He's never going to be 100% fit again.
So his serve is actually the problem in this everything, because he's a great runner. He is handling very good the court. He's a great defender, power hitter also. But his serve, and given the fact that Djokovic is such a good receiver and he can easily break Nishikori's serve, even if they arrive in a tiebreak, let's say in one set, I think that Djokovic's serve is at least one class on top of Nishikori's.
Yeah, that's fair. It's still, though, Nishikori is an extremely strategic player. I still am not worried at all about him figuring out a way to take a set, even if he loses the first two, to be honest. Again, this is a huge step up in class for Djokovic. He hasn't played. What's the toughest competition he's even played in this tournament? Was it Millman? I mean, these guys, he's playing journeyman here, and now he's actually stepping up to a guy who's good enough to have beaten him in the past, beaten him in this tournament, gone on to the finals before. So, I like enough about Nishikori to question why Djokovic is such an overwhelming favorite. I get it. He's won 12 in a row. One of those was a walkover. A lot of those were when Nishikori wasn't fit. So, I've seen enough between them this year to feel confident that Nishikori can at least take a set. So my strongest play is going to be over 3.5 here.
Here we go. Two sides of an argument, and both of you making strong arguments for your bets. I'm sure that makes our viewers very confused indeed, but listen to what they both have to say, do some homework, and hopefully you'll arrive at a conclusion and choose one of them. Very interesting indeed. Are there any bets that you can agree on? I'm guessing, obviously, Djokovic making it to the finals is what we agree on here.
Let me propose one. So the two men's semifinals are together, right? Mm-hmm. And we agreed yesterday that Delpo was a live dog. So would it make sense to parlay Delpo plus 2.5 sets? So basically, Delpo takes a set off Nadal, and Djokovic wins by at least 2 sets. Was that something we can agree on? So Djokovic minus 1.5 sets, Delpo plus 2.5 sets in a parlay. That gets you to plus money. That feels like a pretty high confidence play. No.
Absolutely, but I don't know what are the total odds because Delpo plus 2.5 should be very very low. Let me check them right now live. So Asian handicap on number of sets plus 2.5 sets is just 1.24.
1.24.
So
Okay, how about over 3.5 then in Nadal?
yeah, I think
Delpo
that
combine that with Djokovic winning by at least 2.
yeah, that is a way of I think that the total odds of are around 2.2 if you combine those two.
Okay.
There we go.
Plus 120.
Do
And
we
another
do we
thing,
agree on that one?
you said also in the ladies in the women's semifinals over 9.5 games in the first set. What do you think about that at 1.8 in this game?
Ooh.
Do you think that Djokovic will start strong, very strong, and try to intimidate Nishikori in the first one,
I
and
could see it. Yeah.
say to him, "I am the fucking boss. Stop here because I'm winning you in three."
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, and on top of that, Nishikori, I could see if he gets broken early in the match, he could, be strategic. He's could, do what he can to try to, save it up to
Yeah,
take the second. So
forget about that set and concentrate on the second. Yeah.
yeah. I've seen Nishikori do that a ton, so wouldn't totally shock me.
Also against Cilic, he did it.
Yeah, he
Also
did.
against
Yeah, he
Cilic
did.
in the
Absolutely.
first set.
Yeah. He even dumped
he
the
said,
first half of the second set until he started trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Bizarre. Such a bizarre match.
I think that more or less, I think that Cilic lost that match, not Nishikori won. I think that if Nadal, for example, or Djokovic were playing that match, I think that they would destroy Nishikori. I think that Nishikori should raise his tennis level if he wants something out of this semi-final match against Djokovic.
Well, he's shown a history, especially this year, of doing exactly that. And while it hasn't ever resulted in a win in 2018, he took a set in Wimbledon and was damn competitive in both of their clay matches. So I'll take a swing on winning a set.
All right. Just to recap here, men's singles here, Kei Nishikori versus Novak Djokovic. What are you going for, Alex?
3-0 straight sets, 2.2 for Djokovic.
All right, there we go. And on the other side from Whale Cuppa, what do you got?
I'm seeing a Djokovic 3-1 match here, and I'm going to bet over 3.5 sets, and I'm going to combine Djokovic minus 1.5 with over 3.5, and then Nadal Delpo is maybe my most confident look of the semifinal Friday.
Wonderful stuff. Hope we haven't confused you too much, guys. Let us know if you've got any questions. Put them in the comment section or follow Whale_Kappa, Alex at Need for Tips. And we'll be back again tomorrow covering the women's finals, and then again Saturday, men's finals. Hope to see you there. Best of luck with all your tennis betting, of course. Big thank you to Whale Kappa and Alex. I'll see you soon.
Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.